Hey everybody, this is Evan Arkin.
And this is Greg Peloquin, aka G. Pelly.
And we're going to see Michael Coleman take on Tom Overton. Michael's on Jund Zombies, and Tom is playing red, blue, white aggro, or kind of like aggro control, I guess.
Yeah, this deck seems to be the closest transplant of Delver decks.
Right.
It has the control elements as well as the fast clock in the form of Geist of Saint Draft. Now, usually they run Thunderbolt Hellkite as well. However, Tom differentiates from that and uses Dungeon Geist instead.
Mm-hmm.
He swears by it. Hellkite's really powerful as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I haven't really played this specific build of the deck, so I don't know, but I can certainly see the upside to something like Dungeon Geist. It shuts down a lot of the reanimation targets. I mean, a lot of the reanimation targets get value from their Enter the Battlefield triggers, but the way they actually need to win is still by attacking it with their giant creatures, right? And Dungeon Geist really shuts that down. And it's just a little bit of extra value here and there in the racing situations.
So over on Michael's list here, so a lot of times zombies will play either blue or black red like the Joe Bernal lists, or black green like Jerry T's list.
Right.
One of them has more staying power, the green deck, and the red version is just more in your face, aggro and burn. And they do different things. However, Michael's list has, and some lists do this as well. They play Jund, and they take the best of both and mash it all together. Now, one of the big things of Michael's list here is there's no Rakdos Cackler.
Nope, there's actually only the 8 1-drops.
No, I really like the 12 1-drops.
Me too.
I think it's pretty important.
He's chosen to go for a heavier spell base. He has a lot of kind of 1-ofs, 2-ofs in his spells, his removal. And that's an interesting approach, but generally, if I were to play something like an aggressive zombies deck, I would want the most consistent.
Yeah, like only 1 tragic slip, 2 crippling blights.
Yeah,
I mean, I see why the crippling blights are there, but anyway, let's get back to the match. He's got Thomas on the play. Both players keep, and he leads off with
retreat tapped.
Yep, tap retreat. Okay.
We're gonna see Cavern Souls naming zombie
zombies,
and
of course.
maybe a diagraph ghoul.
Okay. And against these matchups, getting that fast clock on them is so important.
Yeah.
Getting that because what'll happen is like Tom's going to slot into the control role early on, and then once then the deck can switch into aggro mode very quickly.
And Tom is sitting on an Essence Scatter.
Yeah,
which is not going to do much with that Cavern sitting in play.
Yeah, that Cavern's going to do some work. Now, interestingly, unlike its Delver predecessor, the Red, White, Blue aggro deck has a reasonable suite of burn spells as well, in the form of Searing Spear and Pillar of Flame. Okay, so Michael plays another Diagraph Ghoul, and looks like he's contemplating line number 2.
I think you might just play Dragon Skull Summit.
Or, no.
Overgrown.
So are we going for a Gravecrawler here? We in fact have a Gravecrawler.
So you tap that.
Now tap your tomb there, but
land.
Tap your tomb there, buddy.
That's tomb should be tapped.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it looks like Thomas is flicking a Searing Spear and elects not to use it.
On another note, Gravecrawler is not.
That still bothers you, doesn't it? The untapped tomb.
It's not a Memnite.
You can't unsee it. It's still there.
It's still there.
Okay, so now, interestingly, Tom might elect not the Searing Spear there if you have Detention Spear. Does he have Detention Spear? Yeah, he does. Okay. In his deck. I don't know if he has any in his hand. He does not look like he does.
No, he does not. But he might Pillar Flame that Gravecrawler.
Yeah.
Because he can Pillar Flame the Gravecrawler and leave up Azorius Charm.
Does he have Pillar? No, he doesn't.
He doesn't?
No, he has Searing Spear.
Oh, okay, right. I think I saw Mountain and mistook it.
Tom's in a bit of a interesting position here. I might have been okay with this Essence Scattering the Gravecrawler there, even though it's not going to, it'll just buy time. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? It doesn't help you at all.
Right.
Okay,
so there's a Dragon Skull Summit from Michael Coleman, tapping for Dreg Mangler.
This is, Dreg Mangler, okay.
I made that assumption. A pre-combat creature spell, usually from the Zombies player, means Dreg Mangler, getting in there.
Okay, I like, do we have Azorius Charm here?
We have Azorius Charm here.
Time's not on your side, though. You're not really... what are we doing here?
He's deciding what to target, I think. He hasn't decided yet.
Pretty sure you put Dreg Mangler in the bottom, don't you?
Top.
Right.
Bottom would be absurdly good.
Yes. I'm sorry, I meant top.
Yeah, so he's going to get a Diagraph Ghoul.
Okay, confused.
Well, he's looking in the long term because the Dreadmangler has haste, and he probably is thinking about what he's going to do next turn with his mana.
Okay.
Which this saves him 4 damage.
Oh, there we go. Now he looks like a genius.
Because he top decks.
Because he has pillar, he has spear, and he got the mountain there.
Yep. Well, he had the mountain in his hand.
Okay. Well, he top decked the pillar there.
Right.
Now it looks brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. So pillar flame your Gravecrawler.
Yep.
Exiling it.
Okay.
All right. Pass the turn. So Michael top decking that Diagraph Ghoul again. Thomas struggling to stabilize. See Restoration Angel and Snapcaster Mage as creatures in his hand.
There comes the Diagraph Ghoul, and in for what will be 2.
He's gonna Searing Spear that Dreadmangler.
Now, something like Brimstone Volley would just be absolutely brutal here.
Yeah. That'd be quite good from Michael, but he's only playing
3.
He's playing 3.
Yeah, he might have like Tragic Slips and Crippling Blights in hand, and those are just mostly dead cards in this matchup.
So if you're Thomas, what's your line here? I think I know what I would do.
I like Snapcaster and
Azorius Charm
or Steering Spear and just kill it.
I at that low of a life total, I kind of like the Azorius Charm just to time walk Michael and
I just like kill clearing the board. Personally,
yeah.
And then you have Essence Scout if he tries something like Aristocrat. So I'm liking Steering Spear here.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the Charm.
Okay.
Yeah, and I personally like that play just because you have such powerful stuff going on in your hand.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because he has Angel too.
Right. Exactly. You have
and
powerful.
Lot withdrawal. Okay. So now what are we gonna do here? Top decking. Another Angel, okay.
He might just play the Geist and start going on the beatdown path, knowing that he'll take some damage off of the Lotleth Troll, but then stabilizing with his Restoration Angels.
And we know there's a Diagraph coming in here.
Chooses to just pass the turn and go for...
So if you're Thomas and he attacks the Lotleth Troll here, Michael attacks the Lotleth Troll, are you blocking the Restoration Angel here?
Well, you know he's got 1 creature in hand because you put it on top of his library and you just drew it.
So you think he's probably going to play another, and he's missing land drops, you know it's not a land, so you know it's probably a spell. And it's probably a non-Brimstone Volley spell.
So in that case, yes, you play Angel.
Yeah, so it's probably your Ultimate Price, Tragic Slip, or...
Right, but you can't really play around those things. You're gonna...
And you're not starting his list either. Right. You know he doesn't have Brimstone Volley, you know it's not another land, and he's probably not a creature.
Right. So you're gonna...
He might be playing around a Wrath or something, not knowing fully what Thomas is playing. But let's see, we're casting something here. We'll be casting... Oh, we're discarding our graphical, okay?
And attacking for 3.
Yep. So there's a lot of things here that can make you very, very sad, and he just regenerates.
So little technical play note. I don't like discarding pre-combat and then declaring it as attacker.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to utilize its instant speed ability to just force Thomas to react to the attacker first.
No one's curious. What's in Michael's hand? So you wouldn't cast it there.
You know what? Let me see here.
I can't think of anything. There's literally no spell there he could have that I wouldn't
Golgari Charm.
-1. Kill the Angel.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't kill your troll after.
There's literally no spell there that I don't cast. I actually am curious as to what he held back. Okay, so he's using...
Maybe it's a land. Maybe he's sandbagging.
It's possible. So he's using Dreadmangler, and are we out of regeneration mana? Oh, there we go. Okay,
yeah, it was probably just a swamp.
Alright, makes sense. Okay.
Attacking for 6.
So Thomas isn't bad shape here.
Yep.
We are in bad shape. What do we do?
Double blocking doesn't do anything because he's got the regeneration mana up. It has trample, so chumping.
I like chumping with Restoration Angel here.
Yeah.
And I just keep attacking with the guys. And you have another Restoration Angel to buy time.
Right.
So you can get in the requisite at least 2 attacks.
Right. We'll see if that's what he ends up doing.
So yeah, I like the Restoration Angel chump here.
Taking 2.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Go to 7 to get some breathing room. Yep, you mixed the right play here.
Yeah, right. That's what Tom decides to do.
I like that play. All right. So now we're going to attend. And to his credit, Tom's played very well this game.
Yeah, he knows this deck inside and out. He's been playing it the entire time at this format. There's Dungeon Geist.
Yeah.
So now we see why he's such a fan of that card.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Kind of a fragile body in this metagame, given the removal suite people are playing, but when it's good, it's great.
Yeah, that's a fact. Okay, what do we got here?
Yep, Tom explaining the text of his card to Michael.
What do we got here? Hey,
and there's the digraph ghoul.
Not too good here.
Nope. That dungeon guy's probably going to stay home.
Why do you say that?
Well, I guess he's got Angel in his hand, right?
Yeah, what's guy's going to do?
No, you're correct. He probably comes in with
So we're coming in for 9 here, and he's got a... Oh, you got Stirring Spear in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Just so truck in and kill him.
Truck in and you're dead.
And if for some reason you don't kill him, you have Restoration Angel back up.
Yep, and Michael shows that he's been sandbagging lands the whole time.
Yep, that makes sense. So now if you... Yeah, Michael looks a little frustrated here with this amount of lands he drew.
Right, so tight play from Thomas there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I don't have experience with the deck, but I would have done a couple of things differently, and it probably would have worked out as well for me.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's one of the advantages of sticking with an archetype for so long.
Nope. All right, so let's...
What are they discussing here? Well, let's look at sideboards.
Okay, so if I'm Thomas, I like to bring in Purify the Grave here.
Mm-hmm.
Purify for sure.
Yep. If I'm Michael, I'm considering Deathrite Shamans because they are 1-mana threats that mess up Thomas's Snapcaster Mages and need to be answered, or else they're going to end up draining Tom out of the game. As someone who's played on both sides of that interaction, Deathrite Shaman is just a giant
You want the
thorn.
2 Rakdos returns and probably the Brimstone Volley.
Yeah.
So you want to catch Thomas when he's tapped out for something, and then just get him with the Rakdos return, get his whole hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Brimstone Volley is so key.
Yeah.
You're taking out here the Crippling Blights, the Ultimate Price, and I'd say even the Dreadbores.
And the Golgari Charm, right?
Yeah, none of those things are very good in this matchup.
No.
So you have a few things you can cut.
Right.
Also, see, no, Appetite for Brains is terrible.
Not good in this matchup. Although we've seen players boarded in before when it was subpar.
Yeah, it's not good here. So if you're Tom, I'm bringing in the Purify the Graves for sure.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about his sweepers such as Supreme Verdict and Mizzing Mortars versus the black-green version of zombies? Black-green-red. It's John. The black-green version has a lot more staying power than normal against sweepers, given a lot less Trolls regeneration power, Indral's Messengers Undying, and Falcon Wrath Aristocrat Sacrifice ability.
Yeah, I might bring in some Oblivion Rings. I don't like the Is It Charm here. Even Unsummon isn't all that great. Well, it is sometimes. Like it's against the top end of Michael's curve.
Right. Interestingly enough, I would at least briefly consider Jace Architect of Thought out of the sideboard just because you're attacking with so many small little creatures. This +1 is actually pretty relevant, but I'm not sure if that's correct or not. I've just seen that do a lot of good work.
Yeah, I make minimal changes here if I'm Thomas. Just probably some Purify, maybe an Oblivion Ring or 2.
Yep.
Is it Charm can go out, maybe an Unsummon. I'd be okay with that. I don't see a whole lot of changes here.
Yeah. Yep. I'm looking at the numbers on Michael Coleman's deck. I really do like Crippling Blight in the Zombies decks. I've been pretty impressed by it.
It's good for doing a drag test.
Yeah, and he's chosen to go for a more varied removal suite. We'll see how that works out for him.
Yeah, and despite what some of these videos you're looking at here, Thragtusk is actually more prevalent in the format. Even though I played in this FFM and I played 6 rounds and faced exactly 0 Thragtusks.
Well, there you go. Lucky you. Some people have that talent.
Well, to be fair, there weren't a whole ton of Thragtusks in this tournament either.
Yeah, that's fair.
There weren't that many people playing them.
Fair. I do love me a Thragtusk.
Oh, I definitely had 4 of them.
Yep.
I definitely enjoyed playing Garrett Primal Hunter with Thragtusks. You can draw 5 cards.
Yeah, my most enjoyable Thragtusk story, as long as we're waiting for sideboarding to finish, is Infinite Combo with Omniscience. Quick explanation. If you have Omniscience in play and you have 3 Angel Serenities and a Thragtusk, and either an Increasing Vengeance or a Temporal Mastery, you can go infinite and kill your opponent in technically 2 turns, but you're taking them consecutively. So you play a Thragtusk, you play an Angel Serenity, exiling your Thragtusk, you play another Angel Serenity, exiling that Angel Serenity, getting back Thragtusk, you play Thragtusk, you play your 3rd Angel Serenity, exiling the other Angel in play and the Thragtusk, getting back Angel. getting Thragtusk exiled. And you start looping them for infinite life and infinite tokens.
So
and then you cast a Temporal Mastery and swing for infinite damage.
So it's kind of like how LSD broke Moto with the three Oblivion Rings.
Yeah, except that it's not broken because all the triggers happen independently.
Well, with the case of the Oblivion Ring story, he looped 3 Oblivion Rings at once, so they kept removing. As the only parents in play, they kept removing themselves. They got to the point where Moto crashed.
Right. But I successfully
check out that video on YouTube if you ever get the watch quick laugh. Yeah,
it's pretty funny. But that is the most fun I've had with the Thragtusk is killing someone with infinite.
You just want to talk about that deck.
It's not. I would not recommend this deck. It is not tier 1 by any means.
But you were looking for an excuse to talk about it.
Oh, because it's fun. It's great. Omniscience is a really fun card.
Yeah, 10 mana in Standard.
Yep. And I did it on turn 6.
Oh, how did we accomplish that?
It was pretty easy, actually. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, back to reality. Okay, so Michael's going to be on the play to start things off here.
Mm-hmm. Has Thomas already presented? Nope, he's still shuffling.
Okay, so they're going back to the well again.
Oh.
And so I also like to point out the sleeves that Thomas is using, the Guildmage sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
I have a set as well, and they're very durable actually.
Right.
I'm a big fan of these. I'm using mine for going on 2 months now, and they're still working just fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah, they're very
does
durable.
Northwest have them on sale?
Well, I reckon they do.
Oh, good.
You can get any one of the 5 guild mages of your choice.
Really? What's your favorite guild mage?
Probably the one that we see here.
The Azorius one?
Yeah.
New Prov guild mage?
I have the Vitu guild mage sleeves, but those were free.
I see.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna squabble about which guild mage is on there if I don't pay for them.
Fair enough.
I mean,
fair enough.
You can never be too rich or too spoiled to not love free things.
True, but I've certainly heard you complain about winning horribly in the past.
Yeah, well, okay, look, my back hurts carrying all these boxes I win. Okay,
That's fair.
I need a little more lumbar support.
You're getting to that age.
Yeah,
you're getting to that age.
Carrying around these huge bricks of gold is so difficult.
Man.
All right, so now we're Now we're actually dealing a hand instead of teasing us by palette shuffling some more.
There's 7. 7 new Prov guild mages.
And there goes Michael right to the well.
Okay.
Snap mulligan.
G-Pel, if I actually had to diagnose your back problems, I'd probably point at the fact that you carry your backpack literally everywhere you go. Constant pain.
Wow.
No response. Alright, moving on.
So about this matchup.
Thomas is going to keep his 7. I see Steam Vents, Double Searing Spear, Geist of St. Traft. Do we have a second land? We do not.
No. We're living on the edge.
Living on the edge.
How many, is that 3 spears or is that 2 spears and a pillar?
2 spears and a pillar, sir.
Okay.
2 spears and a pillar, and a Azorius Charm, a Detention Spear, and an Oblivion.
Oh, we are throwing it back. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
He was just slow rolling the mulligan decision.
Yeah, especially Michael Mulligan there. You might be tempted to keep that, but
it's pretty greedy. That is pretty greedy. You can get punished really, really badly by zombies players on the play.
It's true.
If the only spell you can, if you can only cast 1 spell in your hand against that aggressive in a deck, I highly advise mulliganing.
Yeah, and it helps that Michael Mulligan too.
Yeah. So
realistically, you have 3 chances to hit a land there, 2 or 3. Either way.
Yeah, but if you miss 1 drop, you can expect to be far behind.
Well, you'll have 2 Searing Spears, but then on the other hand, you're if a messenger hits, suddenly you're.
If they're just Diagraph Roll into Gravecrawler,
yeah,
into messenger, then you're a bit behind.
Yeah, so looks like both players are. Retry the
Michael
game.
is presented. Is that the sideboard sitting off to the left of Thomas? Probably.
Probably. Oh, nope.
Nope, he's...
more deck.
More deck. Hopefully not the sideboard.
Yeah, that'd be really awkward.
It certainly would be.
Yeah, draw 3 Jaces and a Thought Flare.
So,
what the heck?
Tell me, have you ever registered a more than 60 card deck in a constructed tournament?
That had deck lists?
Yes, sir.
I don't think so. Maybe 61 at some point.
Okay.
I played Battlewitz at FNM. I have done that.
Okay. There you go.
I don't recommend it unless you like shuffling.
All right.
Let's
both players. Is Michael going to 5 or 6?
6.
Okay.
Should be.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell with the sleeve, just the bright green sleeves there. And Thomas has,
again as on a 1-lander.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. There's a purifier.
He's got a purify and a pillar, so
I think we can
probably keep it.
You might want to keep it. Yeah. Cavern.
Yeah, it looks like he's kept.
So cavern naming Oof, of course. Oh, zombie. That's a surprise.
Cavern naming Lurgoyf.
Naming Brushwag.
All right, so Michael Coleman beats in for 2, and then let's see if he casts a post-combat. I'm assuming he's gonna have a post-combat spell.
Probably another 1-drop.
Blood Crab tapped. Go. That's what Thomas wants to see.
Yeah.
So, and still without.
There's a Glacial Fortress
he
there.
drew a Glacial Fortress.
So
passes the turn.
Yeah, if you're Thomas thinking, what would compel him to keep that hand? Well, here comes
probably
the messenger.
Messenger. Oh, drag Mangler. We're gonna see a Searing Spear for the Mangler, I'm guessing.
Or an Azorius Charm. Charm it.
Yeah.
Put it on top.
Either way, like we were discussing earlier, Charm is a sort of a mana efficiency value play if you can know what you're doing in the future.
Yeah, he mucks up his curve too.
Mm-hmm.
I like the
Thomas pondering his options. Searing Spear.
Just going with the spear, okay.
That's fine here.
Yeah. So I'm wondering why is it the spear here as opposed to the last time when he charmed?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I kind of like charming here because it's not going to get much better for you.
Yeah.
Our spear will still be quite good. Okay, do we hear a 3rd land?
Well, also note, the last time that he charmed, he targeted a creature without haste. Targeting Dragmangler with charm is slightly suboptimal.
Still good. It ties up his mana.
Yeah, it ties up his mana. This is true.
I guess it doesn't really get you anywhere, though.
Yeah.
I guess I can kind of see that. Because I guess you'd be in the same situation.
Right.
But more importantly, Thomas does not have a 3rd land. Next to draw here.
Draw a card.
Looks like another retention sphere.
Pass the turn.
See, I don't think you need to. Do you need to do that here? He's got a spear and a pillar in his hand, so he's got time. I don't think you need to. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with passing.
And there's the messenger. So now we can
lots of pressure.
We can point that pillar at it now. Now you want a 3rd land pretty badly.
And doesn't get there. Draws Mizium Mortars.
Not rewarded.
So he did bring in the Mizium Mortars.
And and there messenger down.
Messenger exiled.
Yep. That's what you want pillars to be going.
Yeah.
So now something like an aristocrat here would just be fantastic.
Yeah. Pretty backbreaking.
Yeah. 5 mana. Oh, okay.
He's gonna scavenge that Dragmangler onto the Digraph Pool.
So interestingly, if you still had access to charm, you could charm it.
That's true.
Oh, we're rethinking our plan here. Okay.
Okay, Michael's considering whether or not he actually wants to put all his eggs into one zombie basket.
Apparently not. Oh, we passed.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
What is that?
Michael elected not to scavenge, and then
Thomas purified the grave at the end of his turn.
But Thomas still doesn't have a third land though, which is pretty crucial.
And he's going to Searing Spear.
Yeah, that was backbreaking.
Right. And
wow,
Michael didn't have a play after deciding.
Yeah,
not to
like if you're
scavenge,
gonna cast something, it's one thing you're gonna cast something.
Oh, Brimstone Volley, 5 to your face, knocking Thomas. Isn't that what he just did? He just knocked Thomas down to 7. I was waiting for the 5. Oh, okay, because he took the 2.
Yeah. Drawing and
Dungeon Geist, pass the turn.
Still no land. That's rough.
Michael Coleman looks like he's sitting on a lot of lands, if I had to take a poker guess.
Yeah, there's another land there. Alright, so... And one thing on the cards, we know when the cards in his hand is a rancor, for sure.
Thomas is just not...
This game is... Yeah, there's not a lot happening here.
Anything.
And is this another land? Looks like he's...
Due to his body language, I would have to say yes.
He looks checked out. Oh, here we go. Here comes Aristocrat.
Well, it's 4... Oh...
Big man.
Yeah.
And what do we have?
Big man on campus.
Oh, we have nothing to deal with it. Not
immediately.
Not immediately, yeah.
But Thomas's Snapcaster Mage decide not to block because it has flying.
Yeah, it does not work. In fact, I think I came in the match at this point. I was watching. I told him he couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So no.
Nice try.
Yeah. So at this point, I think I walked over the match and I'm watching now.
Right. So Thomas falls to 1 life.
And we
still doesn't have a
on the edge. Any messenger, any burn spell, And the Mortars takes care of that problem.
Mortars goes to the Falconath Aristocrat.
So if you had the Snapcaster, I think you keep him back because Dragmangler can get you. So you want to keep him. You want to keep yourself in the game as long as possible.
And he chooses to keep Snapcaster Mage back.
And correctly at that.
Michael Coleman draws and puts it on top of his pile of do-nothing cards, apparently.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, I was watching this match. It was like lands and Ranker.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Thomas from anything kills him here, and he's very correct.
There's Thomas's third land.
That doesn't change much, though. Because look at his hands, full of Dungeon Geists.
Full of 4-drops and Detention Spheres.
Coming in.
Why? Yeah, why go in that time and leave it home the last time? That doesn't make much sense. Michael still hasn't drawn anything of note.
Oh, there's land number 4.
Yeah, but it's a Halloween, so he can't even play it untapped.
So it's an Azorius Guild Gate. Okay.
Oh, Michael Coleman draws a land.
Land number 7. Okay, we're almost to Crystal Brand mana.
Yeah, we're close.
Now Guild Mage can come in, or Guild Mage. Now Snapcaster Mage can come in safely because
you've got your Restoration Angels.
Yeah, you have Restos. Now we can safely bring it in.
So that's gonna be if everything goes according to plan, that'll be a 4-turn clock, 5-turn clock for Tom.
Yeah, that gives Michael plenty of time to draw some outs here.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time.
I mean, keep playing if he doesn't have it, because nothing in Thomas's hand is going to answer those. 18, Michael, not 19. Dice is on 19 there. Another land, making it very clear to Tom that he has a land too.
Yeah.
So Michael looks just obviously out of it.
5. You're at 13. Go.
Yeah,
not 14. This is maybe a demonstration of where choosing not to have as much of a creature base or an action heavy base in his deck is potentially biting him. There's a lot with Troll.
Which is not going to do much because of the
Dungeon Geist
and Detention Spheres. He's got an embarrassment of riches there.
There's a Rancor.
But I mean, it's only fair if Thomas has missed land drops. It's like turn 10 and he's got hit 4 land.
Yeah.
You're going to have some action in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely going to happen. And what are we doing now here? Let's Troll with a Rancor on it.
Threatening. It has trample twice.
Trample?
Double trample.
Oh, then Dreadbore for the Angel.
Yep.
Seems fine.
And Thomas is going to flash in another Angel under turn.
Yep.
Draw. Sulfur Falls.
Good one.
He's going to probably aim a pillar at that and see what happens. Oh, no, because Regeneration would protect it, right?
Yes.
It says if it would die.
Yeah, if it would go to the graveyard, so it needs to regenerate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
that does not work.
And are you watching this at this point during the match?
I didn't say anything because
it correctly.
Oh, there I am. I tapped his kill for him, no.
We get a quick glimpse of G. Pelly's hand.
That's right. You don't know where those hands have been. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. Moving on. Tom is gonna truck. I don't think he should attack with both creatures. He's been correctly leaving one back for the top deck Drugmangler.
Yeah, just the Restoration Angel.
Yeah, just the Restoration Angel should come in.
Because it doesn't change your clock, actually. You still have a 3-turn clock.
Just Snapcaster.
Well, the Pillar's fine, because this is... Well, you don't have Pillar anymore. I think the Restoration Angel there is correct, because it gives you the... Well, no, because he has Rancor in his hand now.
Right.
So that changes, yeah. Actually, it doesn't matter. Because if he has Drugmangler plus Rancor, he's still dead.
Right. Thomas
once again mentioned
correctly pointing out that he's on the brink.
Yep. So now we're at we have 9 lands. Now we can cast Kuro. We can cast Kuro Pitlord.
Wow.
Now I'm dating myself here.
Yeah. You should get out more and date other people.
Myojin and Night's Reach?
Yeah.
That's loosely a lady, right?
Yeah, loosely. So Michael Coleman goes for another top deck Lotless Troll and slaps Rancor on it. Round 2. What does Thomas got?
The Dungeon Geist you should have played the first time?
Potentially. I'm not sure if he's going to follow that line
I guess you could Detention Sphere too.
Yeah, but I prefer putting bodies on the board.
Yeah.
Just because that's the most relevant way to stop Michael from top decking.
I agree.
Ways to kill you.
I like this play.
Yep, there's the Dungeon Geist. Tap your guy. Down. Swing for 5. Put you to 6.
So
Do you have it?
So Dregmangler, Aristocrat.
Dregmangler doesn't do it because he doesn't have the Ranker anymore.
Yeah, there's no Ranker in his hand.
He does? There's another one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, and that's not good enough. And Michael loses. So really, Michael lost this game for himself when he... There's me trying to make him show him see what the top of that card is. It's a diagraph goal, by the way.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. He lost the game for himself when he didn't scavenge there. When he decided not to scavenge and Thomas purified there, he lost himself the game there.
Right. I mean, if you know that you're not doing anything else with your mana that turn, and you knew that because he passed the turn after deciding not to, you really should just go for the highest impact play.
Yeah, and you see Michael citing in the appetite for brains there.
Yeah, it's something we do not agree with.
Yeah, there's just like Restoration is the only target in the main deck there.
And if they flash it in on you, I mean, yeah.
It's not.
Dungeon Geist also a target.
Yeah, I guess you could Dungeon Geist, but like, there's way better things you can be playing now.
Definitely.
Like Ultimate Price and things.
And Deathray Shamans.
Yeah, or Severs or Brimstone Volley or any of those things.
Well,
anyway,
that's to Tom Overton for taking it down.
Yep, and type play on Thomas's part too.
Yeah.